someone had said that like greatness is something you can't necessarily engineer from the start. It's something that has to be built off of the community's feedback. And I think a lot of course creators or business owners in general try to get their business correct from the start. They try to like have this perfect vision and have it execute exactly as they had planned. But that doesn't usually end up bringing a lot of customers in. Like there's that important customer feedback, like I think Chris is talking about, when you launch early and get that feedback to improve your product. That's where you really end up in a great place. And most of the time, I think maybe all the time, you can't ever predict where you're at from the start. I guess with Lifter, did you guys predict anything? Like Lifter is a great product, but it didn't start out with this vision of being here today. I guess, is that kind of true to the product? Like you're focusing on the community and building out a great product, and it evolves in the process. It's not about a vision necessarily. Like, of course, there's a vision of like impact and goals of the company, but I mean,
there's a strong feedback loop from our community and users, and
I mean, I would say, I mean, absolutely that's true, because from when we launched in 2014, and the product is completely different looking than it was in 2014. And had we waited, I mean, I think like just in discussion, like Lifter doesn't have all the features that we want it to have.
Right.
And
we're 8 years old.
Yeah, and so it definitely didn't all have, because I mean, we've added a tremendous number of features since 2014. So if we would have waited to have all the features that we even have today before launching to like get that perfect product, you know, we still wouldn't have launched, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, in one capacity, it's like, well, we got it to the point where we're like, well, this is ready, you know what I mean? But, you know, I mean, we knew it wasn't, you know what I mean? In some capacity, there's more to do. Like day one, launch day, we didn't think like, well, Lifter's done now. It was already, there was more features on the roadmap, you know? Yeah. So, and I think that's what you're saying, courses are very much like that. And, you know, I don't know, there was like the better done than perfect mantra, but like you can't use that as an excuse to be sloppy and like bad, but you need to find a balance there, you know, I think.
And I think from a course builder's perspective, having that feedback loop from the client is super important, because there's long form training, there's short form training, there's video, there's audio, there's text, and everyone's got a different learning style or a different capacity for attention span, like you mentioned. And I've had a lot of clients where they have these, you know, giant, you know, 50-minute webinars and all that stuff, and then they find out afterwards that their customers, their students, would rather them break those into 5-minute segments, you know, or do what we call micro-learning in the curriculum building areas, right? So micro-learn this, micro-learn that. So I find that some course builders almost feel like they missed an opportunity, right? Like they went way deep in one direction, and then they're like, oh, I could have done something different. And if you're building it as you go and you're taking feedback from your clients, you can build on different tangents, you know? So I could have a micro-learning kind of channel or micro-learning focus, but then maybe I bring in long-form content for people that are more committed at a different membership level or something like that. But you don't know that until you know what your community wants and you get that feedback loop.
Yeah.